The one thing the government must never forget is that landlords and private investors have propped up the housing market for God knows how many years now. Without landlords, they would have a bigger crisis on their hand than they've currently got. Of all the speculation, we are now in game-changing times, I think, because we have a definitive new government. We just wait and see how that pans out in the fuller detail. So things are going to change. So we now know what we're dealing with in this industry. We always have an amazing, you guys put together the best panel, the best voices in this. Some people try and fail. You guys always get the best voices up there. Questions from the audience, and of course, big proportion of the audience are clearly landlords.
Hi, I'm delighted to be with an absolute legend of Talk TV and the king of Talk Radio, Mr. Ian Collins.
Hello, Steve.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Lovely to see you again. Lovely tour of the offices here at Talk TV. Always great to catch up. So, wow, it's been very eventful at the moment.
Yeah.
Change of government. You're again hosting our main panel debate on the 30th of October at the National Landlord Investment Show, Old Billingsgate. 10:15 we kick off. Going to have some great industry experts. You're hosting.
Yep.
The title is Where Now for Landlords? New government coming in. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's interesting because the last couple of years when we've done these, Steve, particularly the last one, which was nipping at the heels of a general election, of course, lots of speculation, what's going to happen. We know that there was already a lot of government policy being talked about and some of it was kind of dropped. And then the last government sort of just basically lost interest and it was all kicked into the long grass. Yeah. Were this new government going to pick it up? Oh, you bet they were. And they picked it up at speed. Angela Rayner was not messing around. Now, of course, they've come in, yet to be, the finer detail is, yet to be established. But I think a lot of landlords and investors have got, they know the direction of travel. So things are going to change. So we now know what we're dealing with in this industry. And obviously when we have the panels, we always have an amazing, you guys put together the best panel, the best voices in this. Some people try and fail. You guys always get the best voices up there. Questions from the audience, and of course, big proportion of the audience are clearly landlords and investors who are thinking, is this an industry I can still stay in? Is it an industry I should invest more in? For some people, they're coming at it for the first time. So it's a wide range of things, but certainly of all the speculation, we are now in game-changing times, I think, because we have a definitive new government. We just wait and see how that pans out in the fuller detail.
Absolutely. And just to add as well, the show is on the same day as the budget.
Of course. Wow. There it is.
There you go. So what do you think? Well, the budget is always crystal ball stuff. Sometimes property is mentioned, sometimes it's not. Yeah. Interest rates are not mentioned, sometimes they are. So we don't know what's going to happen. But I think with the new Labour government coming in, what are your thoughts on?
Well, what you really want is Rachel Reeves to go, right, we're going to scrap stamp duty for everybody. Interest rates are going to go down to 1%. This would be great stuff, wouldn't it, if all this happened? Yeah. But we know they've already given a bit of a warning. I think actually what they've done is kind of overplayed the gloomy news so that it's not quite as bad as everybody thinks. Because, Starmer made that big speech, didn't he, in the Downing Street Gardens saying, it's going to be really tough. And she said, I've got to make difficult decisions. I wonder whether they've ratcheted up to the point where when the budget actually comes, it's not quite as bad as everybody thought. There might be that. And we've already had some of the areas of news that will affect some people. So it's going to be hard to tell. But the reality check that anybody would kind of make right now is that, we're not out of the woods economically as a country. And I think probably the wider world is, still treading carefully with everything. And of course, property is huge. But the one thing the government must never forget is that landlords and private investors have propped up the housing market for God knows how many years now. Without landlords, they would have a bigger crisis on their hand than they've currently got. And that's very rarely recognised from politicians of any colour, to be honest.
Yeah, no, absolutely agree. So, date for your diary, 30th of October, National Landlord Investment Show is heading to Old Billingsgate in London. Register for your free tickets at landlordinvestmentshow.com. .co.uk. So when you register as well, you get your email confirmation, and you have a chance to actually email us in with any questions that you want to propose to Ian as host on the panel, and Ian can kindly read them out to all the attendees there as well. It's going to be action-packed. We've got over 50 speakers, seminars, over 100 exhibitors. It's going to be a great day. We'd love to, obviously, really looking forward to having you with us Ian, on that day. And we always love you having.
And best crowds, best groups, best questions. Without any doubt, in this entire industry, this is where it happens.
Brilliant. So we look forward to seeing you on the 30th of October. Register today for your free tickets. Landlordinvestmentshow.co.uk. Thank you.